Welcome to Vertical Football Podcast and welcome to another edition of Fans Corner, the Arsenal edition. And today is going to be a day to just sit back, prepare ourselves, and look at what is happening in Arsenal. Today we are not going to be talking about Arsenal players. We are not going to be talking about the coach. We are going to be talking about their secret weapon this season. And the secret weapon is Andre Beta. Andre Beta is Arsenal secret weapon. Today, I'm going to be talking about his impact in Arsenal, what he still needs to do. That's number two. The next one is the Arsenal problem and how he have solved few of Arsenal problems. That is the first thing, everything we're going to talk about today. So before we really talk about what he has done in Arsenal and how things have been developing in Arsenal, the shortcomings and everything, we also need to know the history of Andres Beta. And where should we start from? Let's start from where it all begins for Andre Beta in his career as a technical director or sports technical director or sporting director, whatever you may call it. But he started his career at AC Capenodo, and that was around 2002 to 2007. There, the team were in the amateur league and was able to help with this finesse and strategy as the sporting director in that place and also technical director at that era. He was able to bring them to the CRC C2, that means the fourth year of the CRR, and that was an amazing length. And then he went to Parma also in Italy, because he started his career in Italy. There in 2007 to 2009, he was a sporting director. Yes, despite their initial relegation, he was able to bring them back to CRR, and Parma have a lot to show for that. Then the next one, he went to the Genoa, that is 2009 to 2012. He was a sporting director of that place. He worked with a lot of high-profile coaches. Then he left. But the epic moment was when he got to Atletico Madrid. He was not their sporting director initially, but he was able to get into the sporting director role in 2017. In that place, he came in as the technical director from 2013 to 2017. Then later on, he became the sporting director. And we all know what he did there. Number one, you'll be expecting that team like the big force, the big league, the big giant of that era, or even till now, of La Liga is Madrid and Barcelona. But he was part of the people that back up Diego Simeone, give Diego Simeone every player he needs to break that tie. And they were able to get 2 titles, La Liga titles. They were able to get Europa League in 2017 and Super Cup in 2018. And that is a tremendous height. His philosophy, his financial philosophy, technical philosophy was also the type of model that was obvious in the way he buys players. Imagine at that time, he got Griezmann at 30 million euros, and Griezmann left for Barcelona at that high price. Not only that, he got their recent goalkeeper, Oblak. His transfer policy is nothing but genius. But I know there's a lot of gumbrings on how he deal with some players like what's his name? This guy that went to Chelsea, Saul, and a lot of hiccups there, but he was able to do things. He brought in Luis Suarez for 5.5 million euros. And you know how much Luis Suarez went for Liverpool. It is amazing what he has done there. And this is what every team in the world want a record breaking breaking new heights sporting director in their league. And that is what Arsenal saw. And they said, okay, I think right now, if Edu is leaving, we need someone better, someone with great experience, someone that understands winning mentality. And that is why Arsenal brought in Andres better. And with this, you now ask yourself this question. Now that he's in Arsenal, what impact are you seeing? But before we talk about that impact, now look at it vividly. We want to talk about Arsenal's problem. Then we will now know. We will now use the problem to know what he has solved. Now, number one problem of Arsenal is their offensive problem. We all know that Arsenal under Arteta, in time past, before he came on board, they have issues with players up front. They don't have a target man. They are over reliance on Odegaard and Saka. There was nothing in the offensive wherever, because he said that one player is injured, the other player is this. So many things was happening in the offensive. Number two is that their conversion under pressure. When the pressure mounts at the later end of the season, this Arsenal team gets out. So they are looking for someone to put an end to it. And also, they have the striker issue, target man issue, which every Arsenal fans have been clamoring about. We need this. We need the target man. Yes, Havertz was doing great things, but when he was injured, nothing was done, and they felt that this was a problem. And number two is the injury and the depth issue. Arsenal, ever for over like 2 or 3 seasons, more than that self, they have depth issue, and it has become a trend whereby people will be blaming Arteta, and we all know that Arteta's job is to manage the team and also have influence in getting the type of player he wants. But at the same time, it's the job of the sporting director to understand what the team really needs, which Edu could not give them as at that time, even though Edu did a fantastic job in recruiting player. And also they have the depth issue and injury crisis, and they have the financial and structural headache. The financial and structural headache is, number one, you expect that Arsenal in the world should be in the, if not top 5, at least top 3 richest club in the world. People are asking why? Because there's a lot of things that Arsenal are not working with. Arsenal have the highest state tickets in the whole England. Their ticket is high. Their jersey is pricey. And yet, it's not accumulated to a big structural thing over there. Number two is that their poor selling reputation. Arsenal find it difficult to sell players. These are the problem. And also, the last problem is the winning something pressure. At least win something. So these are things that Andres better needs to resolve coming to Arsenal. And let me now tell you what he has done in Arsenal. Number one is that he's first of all solved the offensive issues. And that is what people are not saying. Because in Arsenal, we have been saying it on this platform. If you can check our other videos, we have been saying that Arsenal have good defense. Their midfield is okay, not bad. But their offensive is always having issue. If Odegaard and Saka is out, then then it is off. So now he felt that, oh, okay, I want this type of play. This is what I want. This division, I have won something with a team that is not as big as Arsenal. In Europe, we have won something tremendous. So I think I'm coming with this ideology. Thinking for him though, coming with this ideology that we have to win something. Now, and also there's one other problem that I forgot to mention is the over-reliance on the right flank. These are issues that he needs to solve. And the one thing is that he solved the target man issue, the striker issue. I know there was a little bit of, Arteta want this, Arteta want that from the media and everything and then. But he solved their issue. He brought in Gyökeres. And right now, Arsenal have no excuse to say, we didn't have a point man. Number two is that he solved the offensive problem. Now, Odegaard have been having injury for quite a long, one injury in, one injury shoulder today, tomorrow this, next tomorrow this. But the impact of Odegaard is not even showing because there is a rightful replacement. He brought in Eze, he brought in a competitor for Saka in the right wing. He also brought in other players like Nogard, and also Zubrimendi. And which is also the next thing we want to talk about is that he solved the offensive problem and at the same time he solved the depth problem of Arsenal. A lot of people say the coach actually see this. Yeah, he saw this coming now. I don't think that's a brainer. But I'm telling you, it is one thing the coach wanted this. It's another thing that the sporting director really thought it is needful. And that is his part to say, okay, we are bringing this player in. He solved the depth problem. Number one, every position in Arsenal right now has a direct or indirect competitor. Name the position and I will tell you there's a competitor for that position. And he brought in Masquerade, a lot of players from different league to help with the back line. At one point, I guess Saliba was injured or maybe he missed a game and Masquerade came on board and he was doing fine. And that is that thing that Arsenal really needed. The team depth. And these are things that is letting Arsenal not to get to that potential at the end of the season. Players are having tired legs. Players are having morale coming down, no push, nothing. But this time, they have all the depth powered by this sporting director. Right now, every part of Arsenal have their own solution. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is other things that he needs to solve before we can say, okay, we have seen the impact on the transfer, but there's this shortcoming that I want to really talk about, which is one of the problem, is the problem of selling players. There's a problem of selling players. Yes, we can now see that they have so many people, but the problem of selling players have been Arsenal problem. Only time will tell if this will be out or not. There's also the problem of the winning something pressure, which I think he has to put something in place with the manager. Him and Aketa have to work hand in hand to make sure that there should be winning something. That means they have to solve the problem of consistency at the tail end of this. So what did Andre needs to do now in Arsenal after he has done one thing that a lot of people are saying, look at the impact. The impact of Zubimendi in that team takes that Aketa style to another level. I know people say they have been saying ever since Zubimendi, but he came in under Andres better. So what are the things Better needs to now work on? Now he needs to work on their financial and structural headache. And I know with time he has to get that done. Number two is that he needs to work on the consistency. The depth have been solved. The fitness problem is still there. I don't know, maybe he's going to do some things about changing the doctor or finding what is really going on, having a time with the doctor to really know what is going on. But from what I'm saying from outside here, I realize that Arsenal are on the right path. And right now, he has given Aketa everything he needs to get things done. So what will be the fate of Arsenal this season? That will be my conclusion now. The fate of Arsenal this season is that Better from his winning mentality is coming in to say, okay, you have to bring something home. We have to make the fans happy. Yes, Arsenal is profitable enough, but we have to take Arsenal to the next level. And what will be the next level? Being among the elite teams with Champions League, with the right financial boosts they need to be among the top tier teams. Imagine a team like Manchester United being up there. They say it's another ball game. Manchester United is a commercial club. But Arsenal can actually be there. And how can you be there? You can bargain when you are doing fine on the pitch. There is no how it will not reflect in your back room, in your commercial angle of it. I know a lot of deals will start coming in for Arsenal very, very soon. So keep key point that you need to take off, Andre have solved the depth problem. He has solved the striker problem. He has solved the striker problem. And things that you need to solve. Number one, the conversion under pressure is needed now. Convert every game pattern. How to talk to Aketa on the next level to take Arsenal to the end. Second is enough. We are tired of being second. Second is not enough. We want to go to the next level. That is what I think he'll be telling the Arsenal team right now. And also, you have solved the target problem. And also, every wing have the right depth, but you need to take Arsenal to another level of finances, sell players that are not according to the team pattern or ideology, sell them out, and also you need to win something pressure. You need to find a way that at least they need to win something this season. I guess you have other things to talk about. Maybe you are thinking, oh, there's more to it. There's a comment section. Drop it there. And if there's something you want me to talk about that I miss out in this video, all you have to do is drop it on the comment section. Till we meet again, say fix to Vertical Football Podcast.